We are playing as black with e6, the prince preparing for d5, attacking the center. White's response goes with knight d2. We play knight f6, development of knight, attacking the center with knight and the pawn. So white goes for d5, we take the knight back, preparing for c5, attacking the center, which will be another attack towards white. And this will be a great defense for us. So white continues the game with a3, where we choose to play c5 as we talked about, preparing to attack towards the center with knight to c6, development of our pieces. So white's turn, and white should develop the knight so that he can add up the supporter. We take the queen out and add an attacker towards this. Now over here, playing bishop a2, preparing for castling are the basic responses. And if you look further, playing queen out, trying to bring queen trade is a better option. We go with knight e3. Now knight e3 is not a good option. Now we go with c4, attacking the knight. The knight is forced to go back. Ultimately, we create a close position. Now he can try for his attack. So we'll go with, okay, if we take the knight to a5, the main reason is he cannot play this, otherwise the pawn can take it. Bishop e2, we go with bishop e7. We are also preparing to castle. So white goes with castling as the response. We also prepare to castle as we do. So 4 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Okay, so white goes with rook e1, and furthermore, we have to prefer for the bishop development. Thus, we'll take the queen back to c7, preparing to play b5 and add a supporter to it. In the meantime, we can try the bishop out. We go with knight g5. Easily, we can take this knight, and white captures it back from the bishop. Now this pawn is weak. So we'll go with knight to b3 and first attack the rook. Now the rook is under attack. Rook can come to b1. Furthermore, we go with h6 and attack towards the bishop. So can I be more? Pebble, if you want to play against me, just send me the challenge. That's all you have to do. Bishop e3. We'll take the rook e8. The knight back, knight here. Focusing on our development. So knight f8. White's turn. White is thinking for the move. You go with knight g3. So knight g3, and he is now preparing for this, that you can see. So over here, what we can do is, if we look for tactical responses, we continue with g6, so that he cannot push it further. Okay, so white's turn. Now white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, so white go with f5 and we take it back from the e pawn. The bishop can take the pawn and attack this knight. So over here we go with knight e6. The main intention is we can play g5 and trap the bishop. So that will be an attack towards white. Let's see how he responds. White goes with bishop e3 and that's the blunder. f4 attacking the knight, bishop. Now let's see how white responds. Easily, yes, we just bishop take on it and successfully we can take that bishop. Ultimately, a free bishop. So that will be an easy win. 2 minutes and 53 seconds, and white is busy thinking for his response. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, 2 minutes and 43 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking for the move. All right. Hi, Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. You go with knight h5. Now, knight h5, the main intention is knight attacking like this. Now, if I try to take it, he is further preparing for this move that you can see. So, we'll take this. Now, he has to secure this bishop, right? So, the bishop will go back, and we'll get time to secure this pawn. Yes, okay, he go with bishop c1. Now bishop c1, we can observe this pawn is not allowing the bishop to come, so we'll just keep this bishop to be under tilde and we'll push the pawn forward. This is a simple way to protect the pawn. Okay, white go with bishop x5. Bishop x5, and now in this position, since we are having a trouble for this pawn, like the knight is defending it, so we go with knight takes c1. Because that knight is also not very helpful, so we just give up this knight. Now we go with check. Okay, so check on the board. If we try to bring the king, he is trying to attack this pawn. So simply we can take the knight back. The bishop will be attacking the queen. Queen takes it and we'll just secure this knight. Now he go with queen g5. We'll get time to secure the knight. So knight d3 and secure the pieces. Attack this rook. That's an amazing attack towards white. Let's see what he responds now. So white's turn and white is thinking for the move. We go with rook f1. Rook f1 will take the queen to e7. Basically, we want to trade off the pieces, especially the queen, because queen is very helpful. Okay, so white is the game. We continue with another game where we are playing as white, and we continue with d4, playing positional. We go with d5, we play c4, the queen's gambit, attacking the center with the knight f3. Preparing for the model line with g3, bishop and castling as the basic plan. So black plays knight f6, we'll take the knight out to c3, attack towards this. We go with bishop d6, we take the queen out, attacking the pawn. So queen coming here, trying to defend the pawn and have some attack like this. Okay, he go with b6. Now b6 was the response. Easily we can push this pawn forward. Pawn will take, he'll take, bishop will take, we can come here, and that's going to be an amazing attack. So we go with c5, attacking the bishop. The pawn does not take. Bishop goes back to c7. He was quite aware for that threat. Now over here, we'll take the knight h4, attack the bishop, activate this bishop. That's the main plan. So bishop goes back. Successfully we take it. We'll take it back. Furthermore, we go with h4. Now h4, and then we have to look for protecting this pawn. So we go with castling. Okay. So castling was the response. We take the bishop out, creating a pin. We go with queen. We'll take this knight, and now we can play e4. Now we are attacking towards the center with tempo. Let's see what black responds. The knight bishop are attacking towards this pawn. So he go with knight e7. Knight e7, and we decide to long castle. Okay, long castling. Now, furthermore, the plan is simple. We are just going to attack towards the king side. Knight comes here, attacking the queen, so we'll take the queen back, secure this pawn. I mean, add a defender to the pawn. We are also going to prepare to create a pawn storm, attacking towards black territory. Let's see what he responds. We go with bishop, so successfully we'll go with our plan. Now his plan is knight take. Okay, so we'll push the pawn h5. Our main plan is not to take it, but to push and create an attack. We go with king g7. Now, as we plan, we push the pawn forward, h6. King comes here, we'll take the pawn. Now this is a pin. So we'll try to find out some advantage. Over here, okay, we'll go with f4. Now f4, g4, and then pushing the pawn forward, trying to find out the attacks towards black. Now let's see what black responds over here. Black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. Okay, so black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds. Alright, so now this is black's turn. Easily he can just push the pawn forward as a basic defense. You go with queen d7, okay? Queen d7 will go with g4. His plan can be to play the rook here, trying to attack like this. So successfully we take the king b1, like we realized that plan. So we just play the king b1. Now we go with queen. We don't care for that. f5. We are attacking the queen side. So if we take, we'll take back. We'll take, then queen can take and just attack the king territory. Ultimately, black king will be exposed. So now let's see what black responds. Black's turn and black is busy thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds. Okay, so he can play positional. We go with knight a4. Successfully, we just take this pawn, attack this. We take it back. Well, he brings the knight to over here, so easily it can be taken by the queen, right? Now queen take, knight take. So that was a mistake by black. We'll take this bishop, eliminate that, powerful one, and then bring the rook to c1. Oh, he can take the pawn. So if we take the pawn, then we can bring with the check. The king goes back, and now in this position we have to secure our bishop. So bishop f3 attacking the rook, and then the rook may come here attack the bishop. We'll take the bishop back and secure it. Now these four pawns are big trouble because these four pawns can be pushed further and promoted to a queen. Okay, so bishop to d3, the main plan is clear. Okay, now he can push the pawn forward and just disconnect this diagonal as a basic response. Yeah, he go with f5 as I told you. So we'll continue with rook g7, the main plan to attack this pawn, and then rook to g6. Now he can even push the pawn further. So you can observe that black's these four pawns are working very hard. Well, we continue with x7. Now let's see what he responds. So black's turn, he pushes the pawn forward, where we decide to play bishop b5, attacking this rook. Black's turn. Hello students, welcome back to my channel. If you want to challenge me, just send me the challenge. That's all you have to do. 1 minute and 50 seconds on the clock. He go with rook f8. Rook f8, and then okay. So in this position we can observe. Well, we'll tackle off the weakness. Rook take b6. We can bring this and attack this way. Now what's the main motive? The main motive is we want black to push the pawn forward. So rook come to e6. If he tries pushing it, no. You go with e4, and now we'll take the bishop here, attack this. He push. You go with g2. So rook comes here. If it, all right. So we'll take this. He promote to a queen. King comes to c2, and that's the. Okay, so black is leading the game. You go with rook to c8. Okay, so we resign this one. Guys, if you want to can challenge me, or the challenges are allowed. Any challenges? So we continue. Now this time we are playing as black against d4 with the Caro-Kann defense. c6, d4, d5 attack the center. We go with e5, c5 attack this, and then knight c6. c3 we take the queen out. Queen, knight, pawn are attacking this center. Alright, so white's turn, and white is thinking for the move, having 4 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock. Let's see how white responds. Okay, so over here, what we can do is bishop e2. In my experience, bishop e2 castling, the basic responses. Okay, what are our plans? Our plan is we are just attacking towards the center with tempo. We can play e6, and the bishop will be supporting it. We go with b3, then the bishop out. Okay, so we take the queen a5. Now, if it tries pushing this forward, then that won't work. If it tries knight development, then that also won't work. If it tries queen here, he go with bishop d3. Take the pawn, where if knight takes it, okay, so we take this central pawn, that was a free pawn. Now we are attacking this bishop. Now this is very powerful bishop, you can observe that. So we'll just eliminate that bishop. Where white also eliminated back, and we take the knight to f6, focusing on our knight development. Now let's see what he responds. White turn and white go with knight d2, where we'll go with bishop to c5, where we can push it. So b4, and we have plundered that bishop. We'll take it back. We prepare for castle. We cannot take it, otherwise knight sacrifice. The bishop will be attacking it. Okay. So we go with rook over here. We'll go with b6, offering a pawn. You take pawn, take back, and the rook will be open. You push it forward. Okay. So over here we'll go with a5, so that the bishop can be activated like this. Bishop comes to a6, and we attack the queen. The queen goes back to c2. Queen can come to c2 and support it. Now over here we'll continue with e5 and attack the knight. The knight may go back. Okay, he go with knight b5, so we'll take this pawn. Queen takes c6. Furthermore, we can take this knight also. Where we go with rook here. We'll push d4. He cannot take, otherwise the queen is gone. So bishop can come here. And then we have to secure our knight. Thus, we'll take the knight to d5. The main plan is to play f6 and successfully trap the bishop. We'll go with knight to b4. The main plan is clear. Alright, so white's turn, and now white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. Now white is having 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock, and we go with queen f5, trying to attack the pawn, where we go with f6, and we just flop what is planned. Now the queen can also not come here because queen is there, so the bishop can go back, trying to defend itself, otherwise the bishop will be trapped. So bishop going to x4 is going to be the next move from white, where if we try the bishop, okay, so we continue with g5 attacking this, the bishop going there. We'll take this bishop back and attack the queen. The queen can go over here because the knight will be supporting it, or queen can come to f3. So queen f3 or queen e4 are the two responses from my side. We go with queen a4. So queen e4, and we just decline the trace, obviously. So over here, if we decline the trade, then we'll go with, okay. So we'll take the queen to d6. Ah, what is that? Alright. So white's turn, and white takes the queen. Okay, so we resign the game. We'll continue with another one with black pieces. White's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Okay, he go with e4. We'll play the French defense. d4, d5, attack the center. So he takes it back. We'll take it back. Furthermore, white goes with knight c3. So we take the knight f6 and support it. Where white is thinking, he go with bishop d3. So over here, we'll go with c5 and attack the center. We must try to attack more and more towards the center, because that is more and more acceptable. c5, and now we go with b6. The bishop can come. Alright. So this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. You go with bishop g5, the knight comes and support this. Okay. So now what I'm thinking is I can play c4 and just attack. Well, the bishop is under attack. We go with bishop to f5. Okay. So over here we'll go with bishop e7, preparing to castle. Now let's see what he responds. We go with knight take e7. So we respond with queen take e7, supporting it. Now if we take, we can take back. Knight comes to e5. Then we take the queen. So we'll take the queen to d6 and support this. Also we can activate the bishop. Knight b5. Okay. So this means he's just continuously attacking towards our main weakness. Queen b8, and now we can just kick this knight. Alright, now maybe you can bring the knight here. Oh, okay. So over here we go with queen b7. Knight takes on it. If queen will take it, well that's possible. Queen takes it. Rook comes, bishop comes, and secure his position. He can try this, then that will be a trouble. So this is white's turn. Now white is thinking for the move. Let's see what white responds. Hi, Khan Interesting. Welcome to my channel. So rook e1, the bishop comes to e6. And now, alright. So he go with f4. Now the main plans are clear. Queen comes, d7 if he push, just take this knight. So the knight goes back with castle and then protect our position. Okay, so he go with f5, alright. So we'll take this knight. He takes the bishop, and then we prepare to castle as a priority. Now this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then to like the live stream. We are preparing to attack this pawn. We go with bishop take f6. We'll take it back. The queen may come out trying to attack this way, where I can play the king and then queen here attacking this. So queen to g4, the king h8, queen to f5, attacking the pawn is going to be an attack. Let's see what he responds over here. He can try to be accountable to his pieces. So rook b8, he go with queen g4 check, king h8. As I told, maybe he can play queen. He go with e7. So rook comes, attack this way. Now queen comes here. Alright, queen to f4, attacking this pawn. Where easily what we can do is we begin with queen takes on the pawn. Queen takes, rook comes, and then we can promote. Oh. So rook comes, and now he promotes to queen. Okay, so we set this one. Alright, now we look for another game with white pieces. We go with b3, g3, where this is black's turn. We go with d5. We take the bishop g2, and then go with e4, attacking the center. So black's turn. Now let's see what black responds. We go with d4, we go with c3 and attack this pawn. We go with d3. Okay. So successfully over here, we can take this bishop back. Okay. Queen comes to f3. Bishop going back and attack this way. Will be our basic attack. c5 and we push the pawn. c4. Now this is going to be a threat for black. Okay, knight comes to c6, where we decide to play the bishop back f1. If he tries knight here, okay, so knight can come towards the center, creating a fork, attacking the queen. Alright, then we can even play queen take on the pawn. So that will be basic. So black's turn. Now black is thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds. We go with knight b4. Then we can take the knight safely and just secure it. Now the main problem is that this knight is not under attack. We go with knight f6, where we go with b3. We can develop the bishop like this. Okay, so black's turn. Now black is having 4 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Let's see what black responds over here. So black goes with bishop g4, where we take the queen to e3. Now let's see how black responds. 3 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Okay, so black's turn and black go with a6. We'll go with bishop to b2. The main plan to attack this. Now we can even try f3. No, we can try x3. Yeah. So that just we can take the knight out. Okay, now we are attacking this center. So he can, if he tries bishop here, he take the knight back. Okay, so we play x3 and kick the bishop back. Alright, so black's turn. Now black is thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. And black is thinking for the move. Successfully, we can, if the bishop goes back, we can play g4 and kick the bishop more further. So he should take the bishop back. Now let's see what black responds. It's black to play, and then black is thinking for the move. Now, if we take the bishop back here or bishop to x5, then what we can do is we can, if bishop goes to x5, we push the pawn, bishop will go back, knight coming out and attack this center. Otherwise, if we directly take the bishop back, then simply we can take the knight and attack. Okay, so black's turn. Now, what we are observing is the bishop can now take the pawn, so we'll just take this pawn in the upcoming responses. Now black is having 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. Now he is going to feel time pressure in later part of the game. He go with bishop e2. Okay. So now he's quite concerned about this attack. So that's why bishop e2. Well, bishop takes on 8. He take it back. Okay. So now he is thinking we'll take back on the queen, so that we can take the knight f3 and just attack towards this center. That's why we don't take this from the knight. Okay, so queen take e2, and then after knight f3 we'll just castle, because the king's safety is something we are not concerned. Now he go with bishop d6. Now that's a mistake. We go with f4. If we take, we can create a clash towards that. Ultimately, black's king territory will be exposed. Now f4, he takes it. Okay. If we try pushing it, bishop takes it. So if I push it, then bishop may go back and then I take it. Wow. Wow. So that's also an amazing plan. Well, so if I begin with taking it, he'll play the rook there. And then if I push it forward. Okay. So bishop takes g7, we are attacking the rook. The rook will come here for sure. Like he has to attack. And now we push the pawn e5. If he takes it, then we'll take it. This will be a check, so this is going to be an amazing attack towards black. Okay, rook takes g7. We'll take it. The queen is giving check. The king goes there. Now king safety is all exposed. Now over here, he is going to take the pawn. If we take it back, then there are no attacks from black side. So take it. And now we can also observe that our king is almost exposed because there is no safe squares. Look, queen export check. Over here, we'll go with king to d1, and just now our king can also not castle. Rook e8, and then we take the queen. Okay, so over here, we'll go with queen to f3. Now we are attacking this way. Let's see how black responds over here. So queen even was the mate. Okay. So we look for another one. Black f4. So we go with e5. This is a gambit where we go with d6. We offer 2 pawns and then the bishop out. Knight comes to f3. f5, g4 and just attack towards black, I mean white. Now white's turn, let's see what white responds. Okay, e4, so g4 and attack the knight. Knight comes to g1, where we'll take queen to h4. Now queen h4 can check, it's an attack, so if he tries this, you can take it, he'll take it, rook is gone, a very basic plan. King comes to e2, and now he is playing like pawn cloud, similar to pawn cloud. Okay, so over here, d6, the bishop can come, attack this way, d3. d3 was the response. Bishop to c5, yes, we want that knight at all cost. Ultimately, if we take it, rook will take it back. Bishop x6. That was a brilliant bishop sacrifice from white. Okay. So now let's see what the response. White's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see what was he planning with that sacrifice. So g3 was this plan. Okay. Then we take the queen back to f6, threatening the mate in one. So safely can play the queen e1 and just we'll take this pawn and attack the rook. Also, we'll take this pawn. Now we are being greedy, matching all the pawns. Alright. White's turn. Now bishop coming to a6, right? Creating a pin is going to be an amazing attack. So maybe it's time for white to resign. Okay. So white's turn. Now white is thinking for the move. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. We begin with queen take on a2. Another free pawn. Queen comes. Now over here, the bishop comes out to a6. You go with rook. We'll go with queen a3. So let's see what it responds. White's turn and white is thinking for the move. He go with knight back. Okay. Knight goes back. Safely we play the queen b3. Ultimately, white's turn. We are preparing to take the queen back, queen f6, and just attack like this as we planned. He go with rook c3. So over here, queen check. If the rook comes, then simply take the queen back. So he just made our work simpler. Okay. Now we have two options. We go with queen d4 so that the bishop will be continuously attacking, and at the same time we are just focusing on same attack. King goes. Now the rook is like that. Okay. So over here we'll go with knight to c6 for the knight here. We are basically going to prepare for castling because castling is something which remains. Okay. White's turn. Now white is thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds. So white's turn. You go with bishop g2. We'll take the knight to b4 and we are attacking the rook. Where he go with rook d2. We'll decide to long castle the rook, queen, knight, bishop. All are attacking this. Okay. So knight take, rook take, bishop take, and that will be amazing. Alright. Now if you begin with knight take and rook takes it, then queen to f2 will be a checkmate. So this means knight take is going to be a future threat. Alright, so white's down. White is thinking for the move. If he tries something like king e2, trying to add a support, then also we can try knight take on it. Yeah. Okay, 2 minutes and 20 seconds for white, and he is thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds. In the meantime, he go with bishop. Okay, so bishop comes to f1, where if we go with knight, if we go with knight take, bishop take. Alright, so knight take on it, give a check. The bishop take it back, the bishop take it back. If rook take it, then queen that's the mate. So amazing. Queen can also take it and attack like this. Alright. So white's turn. Now white is fully exposed. Okay, x3. So queen take on e4. Give a check. Rook can't come. Knight can't come. If knight comes, then free rook. Okay, so this we'll go with. All right. So simply we take this. Queen takes it. We'll take that. We take queen take b1 check because the king cannot come here. The king cannot come here. This means queen is going to be there force, and then queen take queen, the force checkmate. So white resigns the game. We look for another game, and this time we are playing as white e4. The king's pawn opening with e6 against French defense. We play c3, d5, and then we play f4, giving up this pawn. Okay, black's turn. Now black is thinking. He go with this. Queen a4 check. Now let's see what he responds. Black's turn and black is thinking for the move. He go with c6. We'll take the pawn. Once again, knight comes to f6, where we go with queen to c2, secure our queen. We go with knight b to d7. Knight comes to f3, focusing on our development of our pieces. Especially we plan to play f5 attacking towards the center. If we take, queen takes it back. Ultimately, we can just take the knight and open up. He does not. So over here, we'll go with bishop e2, the main plan. Now we can take the queen back and castle. You go with queen to b6. We go with d4 and block this diagonal. We go with c5, where we go with castling. If we take, then knight can take it back. Okay, knight takes on d4. Now, once again, black's turn. Oh, so it's please. Alright, so Prince Quantum, if you want to challenge me in rapid games, you can send me the challenge. Bishop comes out, then we go with, okay, so over here, he is bishop c5 attacking towards the knight. Now we have to stop this attack. So ultimately, a basic response will be queen to f4 and secure this knight. Okay, so black's turn. Now let's see what he responds. We can play the bishop d3 attack this way as an amazing attacking opportunity that we are not going to miss. We have to play king h1 because this is a pin. Ultimately, our knight is acting like a disabled one. So this means king h1 is an important response. Black's turn. Now black is thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds. He go with rook e8. Okay. So simply bishop d3 attacking this way. Where once again black to play and he's thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. x6. Okay. So x6, king comes to h1. Now this pin is of no use. That's why he takes it. We'll take it back. We are not going to take it back from the queen because our queen is having an amazing attacking opportunity. Ultimately, our main plan is to take the queen back, the bishop attacking this way, along with knight out. That will be an amazing attack. Okay, 2 minutes and 58 seconds for black. Now he is thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. So black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. We go with knight f8. And then we go with, okay, so over here, this pawn is to be protected. Alright. So knight development, we just push the pawn forward. Knight c3 and knight comes to c6. Then we have to play this. Queen takes. It's going to be attack. then bishop take, and then our position will be more simpler. So bishop take on h6. Once again, black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds over here. This knight. Now 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. This knight is just supporting the pawn, which is a big trouble. Otherwise, our game would be more simpler. 2 minutes on the clock, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. In the meantime, guys, if you are going to stream, then to like the live stream. Knight x5, queen to f3. If he takes, he's gone because of this check. The king will come and he will lose the rook. So this is black's turn. Now black is having 1 minute and 50 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds. Very simple. He just pushed the pawn forward. Wow. Queen take, king comes, and that's the mate. Okay, because the bishop will be supporting it. That's why. So black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds. He has only one option left, in my case. King going there. So black resigns the game. We continue with another game. This time we are playing as white. Now we continue with another opening, b3, with bishop to b2, c4, d4. Okay. So we were successful in playing that opening. e5. Now let's see what black responds. We go with b6. So we continue knight to d2, knight f3. Alright, so black's turn. We go with knight e7, bishop e2, bishop d7, then castling so that we can push. Okay, knight f5, g4, and attack this knight. Well, knight can come and create a fork. So queen c1. Ultimately, we give up that rook. Okay, so black's turn. Having 4 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. Bishop e7, knight comes to g3. Now we go with g5. We play f5. If we take back and attack this. So this is black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds. We go with knight a6. We play a3 so that the knight or bishop, no one can come. Ultimately, we are going to push and just have a beautiful pawn structure. Okay, so this is black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. We go with rook b8. We push f6 and attack the bishop. The bishop goes back. Alright, so now we go with bishop f8. We play explore so that we can attack. So we are successfully attacking towards the king's side, that you can observe with our king's safety. Okay, so black's turn. Now black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds. You go with bishop back so that he can activate the queen. Alright, bishop goes back. We'll take it back. We'll take back. The knight can take it back. And now he go with bishop x6. Okay, so bishop x6. We'll go with. Okay, so over here, knight takes, king takes. I'll push it. Bishop goes back. So let's plan something attackful. Knight take f7. The knight sacrifice. If bishop take queen, take this queen. If he take the bishop, take the pawn. He'll take this rook. We'll take that up. So we'll take this queen. We'll take the bishop. And then if we just secure the rook. Okay, we'll take this. We'll take it back. So we are losing this one. Alright. Black takes it. We'll take it back. The knight takes it. And he's very much ahead of material. So we resign the game. Okay. Now we look for another game. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Welcome TN memes E4, where we respond with P6, G6, modern defense with A6, along with bishop to G7. Okay, so he go with bishop C4 and then E6. Now this is white's turn. White is thinking for the move C3. We go with C5. Now let's see what he responds. 4 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. And white is thinking for the move. We go with bishop E3. We go with taking the pawn. We take it back. We take the queen out. Yes, we want this because if this will happen, but this does not happen. So B3, we'll go with the check, where if the knight comes out, bishop comes, then we can take the queen back there and attack. If we play bishop there, then we can develop our knight. So we develop the knight to e7. He decide to castle, we play d5. If we push the pawn further, we take it. So we'll take back and attack the bishop. Now let's see what he responds. White's turn and white is thinking for the move. He go with bishop e2. We take knight to c6 along with bishop to e6. Knight comes to a4. The queen goes back to c7. Where rook comes to c1. We prepare to castle, maintaining the king's safety. Now once again white to play and white is thinking for the move. He go with knight e5. Bishop take on it. Pawn take it. Queen take it back. And now this is white's turn. Having 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Let's see what he responds. We go with knight c5, attacking this pawn, so we have to secure our pieces. We continue with b5 and secure our pieces. Let's see what he responds to here. So white's turn and white go with knight d3. The queen goes back to d6. You can take the bishop. We'll take the queen back. We'll take... Okay, bishop f4. The queen comes to d7. Once again, this is white's turn and white go with knight c5. The queen go with c8. If knight take, then we can take it back from the queen. So knight d3, and then comes bishop to f5. We are attacking this way. Now knight can come here, trying to add up pressure. We take the knight to c5, where we'll go with queen to d8, so that we can just remove this. Now this is white's turn. Thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds over here. We go with a3, a3. Okay, so we push d4 so that we can take the knight. We go with knight b7. Queen comes to d7. Attacking this, we go with knight d6. The knight comes to d5, and we are attacking the bishop. Bishop goes back. We'll take the knight c3, attacking the queen, the bishop. So this is white's turn. White go with queen d2. We'll take this knight. We take it back. We push the pawn d3, attack the queen. Now the queen is under attack. Let's see what he responds. So you go with queen d2. We'll take the... Okay. Over here, we'll play h5. The main plan is so that we can play x4. And if the bishop will take it, then we can take that. We play knight take f5, we'll take it back. Queen take f5, we take the knight. Okay. So knight rook comes to e8. Now we can play this. Now this pawn is our only hope that we can try and promote. Okay, now let's see what he responds. You go with this. We'll play, then he can take it. Okay. So We'll take it. White take it back, and then comes f5, g5, and just trapping the bishop. But I think white is not going to fall for that. He plays this. We'll play the rook to e8. Once again, white to play. Let's see what white responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. 2 minutes on the clock remaining. King comes to f1. We'll go with g5 to trap the bishop. Okay, now white's turn. White is thinking for the move. We go with this. We'll push f4, and I think the material is going to be equal, but bishop can take. So ultimately, white will be pawn up. Once again, that will be difficult for us to protect our pieces. Rook can come, attack this pawn, and then we have to try to figure out rook e5 attacking this. So, okay, we'll continue with rook to c8. Now he will take it, and then rook comes to c3, attacking these pawns. Ultimately, white turn, and white, let's see what white responds. 1 minute and 20 seconds, he go with rook f5. We'll take this pawn. If we take it, we'll take this one. Now he is having 3 pawns, which he can use to push and promote. We are having 2 pawns, which we can use to push and promote. So b4, we'll take it. So that's easy win. Okay, so white designs the game. Alright, so guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Any challenges? Okay, so thank you very much for coming to my live stream. We'll meet you.